Hi, it's Kirsty from Cambridge Consulting, and I'm here to talk to you about ways in which you can sustain your business throughout this COVID-19 period. This situation has certainly created a lot of disruption in normal day-to-day operational activity, and I understand that creates a lot of uncertainty and a lot of unknowns. However, it also presents the opportunity for time gaps that you can put to good use and help stabilise your business throughout this pandemic. So I'm here today to share my top 5 tips on how to stabilise your business throughout this COVID-19 period. Let's get started. So my first tip is to analyse your burn rate. Now, what do I mean by burn rate? Well, quite simply, it's cash coming in and going out again, cash flow. Now, I understand that some businesses are thriving in this climate, but for the majority of us, that isn't the case. So it's likely that your sales have taken a hit and is impacting on your overall business. So there are 2 things that you need to do. The first one is to look at the money going out. Sit down and get real with where your money's going. If there's anything that you can do to stop money from going out of your business by being able to do it yourself, then I'd highly recommend looking at that first. It might involve upskilling your employees, multi-skilling them, anything that can keep the task in-house and avoid you having to outsource it and pay it elsewhere. Another thing I'd recommend is looking at your contracts. Have a look and decide if there's anything that you can do to improve the terms. Can you renegotiate rates? Can you renegotiate the payment terms? Why don't you ask if there's an opportunity to take payment holidays? All these little things do help and add up over the course of time. The second thing you need to do is look about how you can increase any money coming in at all. Now, I understand this is difficult for some businesses, but there are certain techniques that you can do to try and attract customers to buy now. And it could be as simple as offering some buying incentives, discounts, or getting additional services for a reduced price. It may be that you could work with a partner to collaborate and bring your clients some added value. Or quite simply, it could be negotiating payment terms with them, giving them a longer time to pay so that their cash flow isn't impacted too greatly either. There are so many things you can do. So I definitely, first of all, look at ways that you can reduce money going out and try and increase money coming in. Now, my second tip centres around adaptation. Now, we're all emotionally attached to the products and the services that we provide because they're familiar to us and we feel comfortable with them. However, the landscape has completely changed, and what your clients need today might be totally different from what they needed 6 to 8 weeks ago. So it's really important that you stay connected with your clients. Make sure that you're scheduling virtual coffees. Make sure that you're staying in touch via email. Be a friend to them, send them links to useful articles or YouTube videos. Anything that you can do to stay connected will help that relationship continue. You also need to listen to what they're saying and what they're asking for, because what they need, as I mentioned, might be completely different to what you're used to providing. Don't be afraid to diversify. Step up to the mark. If they're asking for something, do it. At the end of the day, you need to get sales still coming in. And if you don't, your competitors will. Now, talking about competition, that leads me nicely on to tip number 3. Look at your competitors. I think it's really important to use this time to sit down and look at the competitive landscape. Where are you in terms of market position, market share? What are your competitors doing that you're not? It's really important that you pay attention to this because it can help identify valuable insight and also trends in the marketplace. What's the market demanding? Doing a gap analysis will also help you identify opportunities for you to perhaps launch new service lines, new product lines. And now is a perfect time to develop those while you're in a bit of downtime. And you can get them ready to launch when things start to pick up again. Whatever you uncover from this invaluable exercise, it will really, really help you to build the perfect strategy to defend your business and to grow it. Tip number 4 is about introspection. Now, this is the perfect time to take a reality check and look at yourself honestly. And some of the questions I like to ask myself are, how am I spending my time right now? What am I focused on? Am I getting the results that I want? And how could I be more productive? And one of the tools I like to use to do this is to imagine my work week as a pie chart and using my calendar and emails to look back retrospectively and see where I was spending my time. So for example, last week, how much time did I spend in meetings? How much time did I spend answering emails or doing some admin? But most importantly, how much time did I actually spend in front of my clients? For me personally, if it's not 75% or above, then I'm not being effective as I possibly can. because I need to be spending as much time as possible with my clients so I can really develop that relationship, listen to their needs, and ultimately convert that into business. Trust me, do this exercise, you'll get a real shocker. Now, my fifth and final tip is to upskill and expand your knowledge. Now, the pandemic has certainly thrusted us into a new way of working, as well as a technological revolution that's only going to accelerate after the situation subsides. Therefore, it's really important that you upskill you and your workforce to sustain your business throughout this period and also after. Now, I wouldn't look upon this as additional costs. It's simply an investment that will pay dividends in the long term. Now, asking your workforce to retrain or upskill can often take them out of their comfort zone and be overwhelming to them. So I'd actually recommend enhancing their skills rather than taking them into new territories. Another thing that's important to do is a skills gap analysis, and this will help you identify the skills that you really need to focus on and bring into your organisation. Another great tip is to appoint champions, especially when it comes to technology. Appoint a couple of people, have them go out, do the training, and then bring them back into the organisation so that they can train others. And it also means that you've got a dedicated internal resource as well. So some of the areas I would highly recommend training in during this time would be leadership, self-management, how to motivate workforces remotely, presentation skills, self-management. They're all highly useful because things are going to be like this for a long time, and I actually think it's the dawn of a new era for us all. So I really hope that you find these tips useful. I'm Kirsty from Cambridge Consulting. Please stay safe, everybody. See you again.